He couldn't bear the pain anymore.
It's been so hard.
Sir, back off, back off, sir, back off, back off, back off, sir. Back off.
The officers eventually managed to separate him from Lindy.
Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. So you guys, today y'all see the title on the below. Today we're gonna be changing up things a bit around here. No more fun and no more laughter. It's time to get serious. So you guys, today we're gonna be checking out some killers getting attacked in court. We're gonna be watching them playing the victim. We're gonna be watching them being attacked and not them being the attacker. If you guys get it, you get it. So if you're like me, I like to watch courtroom things on like YouTube and stuff, like how, you know, their last meals, the last thing they said, you know, some horror story mixing out there, a little bit of mystery. I like things that is just tied up and I want to know the outcome. I don't know if you guys get it, like mystery things. I just like to watch those kind of videos. So if you're one of these killers, I don't know, relatives, parents, family members, and you're watching this video and you see like your family as the killer, do not get offended, please.
This is 19-year-old Lindy Jones, who's facing charges for murder in South Carolina. In August 2019, Lindy murdered 18-year-old Willie Antoine Fields. Following investigations, Lindy Jones and his younger brother, Jalen Jones, were arrested. Now in court, the mother of the victim, Angela Fields, has some words for Lindy.
Honor, I just want to let you know what they took from me. They took away my only child. It's been so hard.
Her husband, Willie Clay Fields, was consoling, but suddenly he couldn't bear the pain anymore.
It's been so hard.
Sir, back off, back off, sir.
Do not ever try a black man and his son, because they will come for you. Black people don't play about their child.
Sir, back off, back off, sir, back off, back off, back off, sir. Back off.
The officers eventually managed to separate him from Lindy. Eventually, Lindy was sentenced to 35 years in prison, and his brother, Jalen, received a 6-year sentence in juvenile prison. But this wasn't the only time families snapped in court.
What I think? I think that like when you kill someone, in the 10 Commandments, okay, I'm not gonna preach, but in the 10 Commandments, God explicitly said or wrote or gave to Moses on Mount Sinai that thou shalt not kill, right? They are revolting or rebelling against the 10 Commandments. They are disobeying one of the rules. But I just think, but you took someone's life. Don't you think that they should do more repaying than just 35 years? I mean, you guys, some of you are going to come for me because this is from a one-person perspective. But I'm just saying.
Like in the case of Diamond Alvarez, Diamond's mother was in court for the trial of 19-year-old Frank DeLeon Jr., who fatally shot their 16-year-old daughter 22 times. On January 11th, 2023,
that's murder. That's not killing. That's murdering.
2023, Diamond was walking her dog when Frank fatally shot her. Police investigations revealed that the two had been in a relationship and were on the verge of a breakup.
What's with white boys? I mean, not even white boys, but black boys. When someone tells you that they don't want to be in a relationship anymore, I just think they should just cut and go. Leave it alone.
Frank was promptly arrested. If you thought Frank would show remorse for his crimes, be prepared for his jaw-dropping conduct during the proceedings. In court, Diamond's mother tells the man who had wickedly ended her daughter's life how she felt. As she was giving her statement, Frank smirked at her. Enraged, Diamond's mother went to confront him. But before she could make it to the smirking murderer, the situation escalated. Diamond's uncle jumped in from the gallery and attacked Frank. Frank's mother rushed to his defense by attacking Diamond's mother, prompting Diamond's aunt to go after her. Eventually, the police were able to separate the two families. Following the brawl, Diamond's mother told the media,
"It was wrong of me. That was wrong of us because we're not monsters. But it's so much hate because I want my daughter back. And what he did it was horrible. Seeing my daughter there and looking at him that he did that and he's laughing in my face. It was very wrong, and I'm so sorry for that."
In the end, Frank accepted a plea deal and was sentenced to 45 years in prison. Fortunately, deputies were ready and stepped in before utter chaos ensued. But
Like, bro, you killed my daughter. You shot my daughter 22 times, and I'm certain that's deliberate. And here you come in court smiling at me? Smiling at me. Oh my God. You just hit the last nerve.
the same can't be said for the case of 25-year-old Tristan Lamoureux, who's facing charges for first-degree murder in Utah. On August 23, 2009, Tristan shot his wife, 19-year-old Misty Lamoureux, in their house. Tristan was eventually arrested. Now in court, Misty's brother, Jason Wilson, walks up to the podium to deliver a victim impact statement, but not before giving Tristan the death stare. While the magnitude of Tristan's crimes is daunting, his courtroom behavior will leave you in disbelief. While Jason tells the court how the murder has affected him, Tristan appears unconcerned, rocking back and forth in his chair. After a few minutes of addressing the judge, Jason turns his focus to his sister's killer. But Tristan's lack of remorse infuriated him, and he wanted to let him know how he felt. However, the deputies were at hand to counter any real damage. Following the chaos, the officers restored everything to order. Eventually, Tristan was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison.
15 years is not even enough. You said to life, but that's not enough. And the fact that these people aren't showing remorse is what would drive me so crazy. I promise you that if I was ever a judge, you'd have to call me heartless, because honestly, small things aggravate me. And the fact that you killed someone and you're sitting there unbothered and like you don't even care, you're not remorseful at all. You know what, let's just go.
Like in the case of Michael Madison, a serial killer who was facing multiple charges, including 3 counts of murder in Ohio. Between 2012 and 2013, Michael killed 3 women before he was eventually arrested. Before his preliminary hearing, Michael learns the magnitude of his crime.
Mr. Madison, I'm going to read to you the nature of the charges against you and summarize each one for you, as well as giving you the potential penalties. I know you've had a chance to speak with counsel. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
All right. In the first charge, you're charged with aggravated murder in violation of Ohio Revised Code 2903.01. It states that on or about the 22nd day of July, you did purposely cause the death of an unidentified female while committing another felony. The offense was committed 1 week to 9 months prior to the finding of the body. That is a Jane Doe murder. The second murder is the same date, on or about the 22nd day of July. Michael Madison did purposely cause the death of an Angela Deskins while committing another felony. The offense was committed 3 weeks or a few weeks prior to the finding of the body. And then there's a third murder charge. On or about the 22nd day of July, Michael Madison did purposely cause the death of an unidentified female while
Bro, you have a lot of charges against you and just standing there like, when is this going to be over, judge? Like, oh my.
to 1 month prior to the finding of the body. All of those are felonies of the first degree because they are aggravated murder. They are punishable by a possible death or life in prison and a $100,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now in court, Van Terry, the father of one of the victims, addresses the judge.
How you doing, Your Honor? My name is Van Terry. Right now, I guess we're supposed to and our hearts forgive this crime.
Van Terry now turns to speak directly to Michael.
Taking my child.
However, the real shocker came when Michael unleashed his madness in the courtroom by smirking at Van Terry, unleashing chaos.
No, that is what I'm talking about. Don't ever mess with a black man and his child, man. That was what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Eventually, the police were able to restore order and the proceeding continued. Now, it's time for the jury to give their decision.
We therefore unanimously find that the sentence of death should be imposed upon the defendant, Michael Madison.
Following the jury's recommendation, Judge Nancy McDonald reads her sentence.
I am struck by the sheer inhumanity of what one human being can do to not one, but 3 human beings. It is incomprehensible. You cajoled, lured, and deceived Shatisha Shealy, Angela Deskins, and Sherelda Terry to your apartment for your depraved purposes. You went on to abuse the corpses of these 3 victims. You stripped them from the waist down. You folded them in half, binding them so that their feet were up by their ears. You wrapped them in multiple layers of trash bags, and you discarded them. Upon consideration of the relevant evidence, the testimony exhibits...
He's moving his head like, no, I did not. You don't have any excuse. Like, oh, I think the judge is down on that one, bro. Chill.
Evidence, the testimony exhibits admitted in mitigation, it is a judgment of this court that the aggravated circumstances of course of conduct, felony murder, kidnapping, felony murder, of which the defendant was convicted, outweigh the mitigating factors by proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Accordingly, the sentence of death is imposed upon the defendant, Michael Madison, on counts 1, 4, and 7.
Following the sentence, the victims' families expressed how they felt. Michael Madison is still awaiting his death in prison. But this wasn't the only time parents snapped because of how the killer was acting in court.
No, you know, I can't really blame the parents because actually some of them don't even know what their child is doing.
The sentencing of 18-year-old Peyton Gendron, who's facing multiple charges for murder.
Oh my God, he shot so many people in there.
On May 14th, 2022, Peyton, a white supremacist, opened fire in a black-dominated Tops-friendly market store in New York. Sadly, 10 black individuals lost their lives and 3 others were hurt before he was finally arrested. Now in court, family members of the victims let him know how they feel about him.
While I was writing this, tears fell from my eyes. Thinking about what a beautiful person he took.
My daughter, Robbie Drury, was a young woman. She was not married. She had no children. She never will. Robbie was our youngest daughter. When people ask, how many children do you have? I don't know what to say.
You destroyed our lives forever. It's not a day that goes by that I won't remember May 14th and being 2 minutes sooner. I could have been in that store. And all I think about is, could I have saved my aunt? Could I have helped her get away from the bullets? Or could my mom be suffering more and lose her daughter, her granddaughter, and her sister?
One of the most touching statements was from Barbara Massey.
My name is Barbara Massey. I'm Catherine Massey's sister. You killed my sister. Cat was an aunt. She was a great aunt. She was a cousin. She was a friend. Cat said she was a committee of one. There's nothing Cat wouldn't do for people. I want personally to choke you and leave my fingerprints on your neck because it was unnecessary. You leave 200 miles to come to Buffalo. You don't even know any black people. I want to choke. You better thank those places. You better say, cops, thank y'all for protecting me because I will hurt you so bad. You have made me sick. You got my family crying. I miss my sister every day. You don't like black people. Man, you don't know a damn thing about black people. We're human. We like our kids to go to good schools. We love our kids.
However, while she was speaking, a supposed family member wanted to let Peyton know how he felt.
We never go in no neighborhoods and take people out. Don't do it.
Luckily, the police were able to calm the situation. Now it's Peyton's turn to speak.
I'm very sorry for all the pain I forced the victims and their families to suffer through. I'm very sorry for stealing the lives of your loved ones. I cannot express how much I regret all the decisions I made leading up to my actions on May 14th. I did a terrible thing that day. I shot and killed people because they were black. Looking back now, I can't believe I actually did it. I believed what I read online and acted out of hate. I know I can't take it back, but I wish I could. And I don't want anyone to be inspired by me and what I did.
You don't be none of that shit! F*** out of here! You don't be that shit!
Eventually, the judge reads her sentence.
The damage you have caused is too great, and the people you have hurt are too valuable to this community. You will never see the light of day as a free man ever again. It is the judgment of this court for your conviction under the first count of the indictment, a domestic act of terrorism motivated by hate in the first degree, an A1 felony, that you be sentenced to life imprisonment without parole.
What exactly have you read online talking about black people? That you would actually go into a black-owned store and kill 10 of them without even thinking? You were such an impulsive... Let me calm down. I hate when these white boys or young men are just taking advantage of black people. It's like we don't even exist. It's like sometimes they don't see us. They see us as animals. They see us as these aggressive human beings. We stand up for ourselves till we try at least. But these are people like these. I could not love that judge anymore. Because I don't care if you're a family of this little son. Maybe you'll have something to say. But these people, they need help. Because there's no way that a righted human being would just go into a store and start killing people. So you guys, this is the end of my video. You guys, I think there are still people in this world today who don't even like black people, who get aggravated when black people comes around. I'm not just saying that. I've seen this happen. So guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. And again, if you're in the comment section and this is one of your family members, don't come for me.